biggest thing that like young entrepreneurs are struggle with, or the biggest, that transformation from an idea to action, but then from an action to an actual business? And I think, a lot of my listeners and could really benefit to hear your journey a little bit in terms of when did you go from, a concept to trying the concept and then to like making it an actual business. I'm curious to know what was that those different steps that took for it to actually come alive.
Yeah, what it was it just got to the point where I was like, I think this. I was able to see the side of the board game community in the hobby from like so many different angles, like working with people with disabilities, working with my friends who most of them have disabilities because they're my friends and they're weird, and then my family members who all have disabilities. I have a lot of disabilities, but just like working with games with all different people, I was able to. It really resonated with me.
So you saw the direct connection already that it kind of ensured you that, hey, that human connection is happening through this activity.
Yeah, which I wasn't seeing in other places. I mean, it's not. It's probably not just by chance that I was involved in the pilot program of Unified Sports and Special Olympics, which was a program that basically took people without disabilities and put them on the court with people with disabilities, and where we played together. I don't think it's by chance that just happened. So I went to Webster School right up the street. In my class, I was able to meet a gentleman named TJ. I think he's a year older than me. And I ended up spending time with him on the weekends, and his father was like, you should do Special Olympics with TJ. TJ was asking me to do it, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so his father, who worked for DECA, worked for Dean Kamen, which Dale and I were talking about earlier, which is one of the bright spots on Manchester coming up.
Right. In terms of opportunities here, it's endless with what they're bringing in.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys like to come to Boards and Brews. So Jim basically got me involved in this pilot program he was working on, where I would play on the court with people with disabilities, and guys like me and guys and girls like me would volunteer, and we would basically facilitate the game and teach them and coach them while we were on the court. So fast forward 10 years later, I'm now a home care provider working with young men with disabilities, helping them get acclimated to a community, helping them keep a job. And then I pick up a board game, and I realize that now my friends are playing board games with me and the guys that I'm working with, and now the guys that I'm working with disabilities are now playing board games with each other, which is extremely difficult because when you have young men with disabilities, they don't really want to associate with other guys with disabilities.
Right.
It's this thing, and so seeing that happen, I was like, I was always looking for a way to get people together in my community.
So there was an alignment there. So that to you was kind of like the proof of concept, oh snap, like this is happening and this could be something.
Yeah. And
it sounds like that's what.
Yep. And then getting my family to play a game, right? It's like, I'm the middle, and I have an older sister and a younger sister, and my dad can never finish a game. He always flips the table ever since I was a kid. So games weren't part of my life.
Right.
I didn't get to the table that often. But seeing my family play a game, and I'm like, wow, if my family can do it, if my guys from work and my friends can do it, like this is a special thing. And so when I looked into the board game cafe thing, and I was like, wow, this is a thing that's popular over the world. They've been very successful in Asia. There's a few in the U.S. now. There was one in Boston, which was the only one in New England, and now there's about 6 in New England.
Wow.
So I was looking at it like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to give back to my community. And so basically from that proof of concept, right, that was my proof of concept. No investor saw that as proof of concept, right? They all want to see the numbers, and I was a little weary on the numbers because I wasn't really worried about the money. I basically was able to save up as much money as I could for 2 years. Almost every action I did was in direct correlation with me making this cafe happen.